What's up, guys, and welcome to Nutarot. I am the energy and intuitive reader, and I'm here to do the general reading for somebody. So let's see who's gonna get it. If I could grab it. Aries. What's up, Aries? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing swell today. So today we're going to do your general reading, alright? I'm going to pull 2 oracles, clarify, and give you some advice. But before I do that, Aries, tenemos que hablar. We have to talk. There's about to be a lot going on. Okay, you're about to be in a lot of planets. There's going to be a lot going on. Okay, so I'm going to touch and dabble on a little bit. Because at first I was like, well, first of all, everybody's like kind of like Aries and Saturn. I'm like, you know, I've actually Saturn is not that bad. Like, Saturn's not that bad. You know, if you have been doing the work, if you have been, you know, pushing yourself to strive to become better, if you have been, you know, teaching yourself those tough lessons, doing those tough calls, is, you know, Saturn is not that bad. Now, if you haven't, then yeah, you're gonna get spanked real hard, you know, but. Like, you know, I'm not an astrologer, okay? I know I always say that, but I do dabble and, you know, I read upon astrology here and there. It's not my main focus, but on my spare time, I do like to dabble, but I don't, you know, I don't claim I'm an astrologer because I use what I have read so far with my intuition and I, you know, say what I say. So this is just advice. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but I do want to talk about, because I was like, why is everybody whatever? And then, bro, I'm looking at the website. Bro, there's going to be so many planets in retrograde. Ay. So, yeah, it is important that we, and it, you know, and now it makes sense why everybody, like, going, like, kana and going banankadonkers. Porque la cosa. All right, so let's just, let's dissect a little, okay? A lot of you guys have been doing good with your healing work, side note. All right, so let's just begin with the first one, Saturn. Saturn is in Aries. It is going to go retrograde on the 13th, and then it's going to go into Pisces, I think, and then come back to you or some shit like that. But it doesn't matter, okay? So Saturn's going to be in your sign for the next 2.5 years, okay? So basically, Saturn's like the daddy planet. Saturn is the one that shows us structures, boundaries, the one that shows us, hey, what have you been learning? Have you been becoming a better version of yourself? Have you been teaching yourself those tough lessons? Saturn comes around to your house and checks, okay, have you been doing the work? Have you been doing the work? Have you been doing the work? And if you have been doing the work and you have been constantly working on yourself and striving to be a better individual and striving to be, you know, truth, authenticity, all of that, right? Not swaying to any, not going off, you know, whatever, staying true to yourself and your path, right? Just know that Saturn is going to find something. Like, nothing is ever perfect. So even if you have been working every day and and on yourself and meditating and whatever, Saturn will still find something. But you know, because nothing is ever perfect, like I said. But just know that whatever Saturn is going to find is going to be probably something very small that you probably have to adjust, or something, or Saturn is going to add something into your life to give you more structure, to help you create boundaries, right? It could also be an add-on, that it could be another responsibility, a tag on, but that responsibility is actually going to create structure and help you grow, okay? Now, also, if you haven't been doing the work, if you have been in your ego, if you have been operating from the negative side of Aries, which is you've been very in your ego, you have been bullying people, you have been abusing your power, you have been abusing your leadership qualities, you have been, like I said, bullying, judging, being judgmental towards others, not hearing people out, not trying to see things from other people's perspective, thinking that you're always right when you're not willing to apologize, not willing to, you know, show other people that they're props when they deserve it, you know, kind of keeping all the good information to yourself and not sharing it with the class, you know, forcing people to walk in your path, and if they don't, then they get a spanking. Like, you know, the negative side of you, Aries, if you guys have been operating in that, this these next 2 years are going to be difficult because Saturn is going to go in there and slap you a couple of times. That's what I like to call when the universe teaches us stuff. I like to call it the universal slaps, because that's what it feels like, okay? And you're going to have to really, take it on the chin. You understand, Aries? Okay? A lot of you guys are about to be humbled as well. Okay? Those of you that have not been doing the work, those of you that have been whatever, you're about to be humbled. Okay? And I honestly suggest that you just take it on the chin. Because Saturn, to me, is kind of like Pluto. There's no mercy here. There's no mercy. And Saturn won't stop pushing until you learn the lesson. And like I said, you're going to get a break around July 13th. Well, I mean, July 13th, it goes retrograde. So Saturn has already been starting to do stuff. I'm an Aries too. I have already been seeing little small changes that Saturn has asking me, that the energy is at, and I'm going with the flow. And I'm doing it. Okay? So when it goes retrograde, it's like it's super power, super whatever, super on. So just make sure that you, no matter if it's big or small, and if it's big, you have to release that ego and be like, yeah, I did this to myself. I allowed myself to be in a situation because A, B, and C. That is the way that you deal with this energy. There is no way you can't run away from Saturn. You can't run away from your lessons. Life is all about lessons. Literally, you waking up in the morning and you missing that bus, you missing that train. You did not hear your alarm, so you couldn't make it to work or whatever. Everything is a lesson. Everything happens for a reason. There is no such thing as coincidences. And you have to understand that you're not always right, Aries, and that you need others to learn from, to help you grow, to help you expand. How can you be a leader without a solid team behind you? It's not all about you. Some of you guys need to learn that. You need to drop that ego and learn how to be a good leader. Knows that they have to care about their people, knows that you have to treat others the way that you want to be treated. And if you're too much in your ego, you're taking that, what I just said, like, oh, well, I don't care, so I don't give a fuck, so people shouldn't give a fuck. You're in your ego. So let me rephrase that for you. How about you start treating people in a way that you want people to treat your mom, the way that you want people to treat your sisters, your nephews, your nieces, your dad, your grandpa, right? Start treating people in the way that you would want. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for someone that you love. Because some of y'all are really in this ego, and Saturn is going to rip you a new one. I'm telling you. Saturn is just like Pluto. It does not care. Now, the one thing I learned this year is that Saturn gives gifts, which I didn't know. Which makes sense because in the tarot, to me, the Hierophant is that you learn the lesson card. And whenever that card shows up, it's like you're always going to get, the universe is always going to bless you with a gift because you learned your lesson. So, I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't know that. So, the difference between Pluto and Saturn is that. It's like Saturn rewards. And Saturn's rewards are long-term. They're stability. They're the Ten of Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles energy. You know, whatever Saturn rewards to you, it's not like, oh, it's going to last right now. The rewards from Saturn are long-term stability, long-term resourcefulness. For the future, like you're planting a seed and it's going to grow for a while. Long time. So it's like Saturn, Saturn is kind of strict and makes us really have to learn our lessons, but it's because the reward is always worth it, bro. I'm telling you. Okay? Also, the other thing I noticed about Saturn is that Saturn, now, Saturn wasn't Pisces. Before it came to you, I'm a Pisces stellium, so that's why I'm telling you, like, this is what I picked up when Saturn was in Pisces. That whatever Saturn is gonna ask you to like, hey, this is a lesson. Hey, this is a lesson. You do this. You gotta attack this. Whatever, right? That lesson, you already gonna know a little bit. Like Saturn gives you a heads up. It's not like Pluto, where Pluto's like, right now, destroy it. We don't care. Saturn is like, hey, and that could be what it is, Aries. Right now, you could be realizing Saturn could be showing you what you need to change, and you have until July 13th. I'm just joking. Time is an illusion. But it's like, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like Saturn is showing you like, hey, you need to change this. Hey, you need to address this. Hey, you need to fix this. It's probably going to be more than one thing at one time because Saturn doesn't care that they're going to give you 7,000 homeworks. Why weren't you doing it? Oh, you forgot that we were going to come. Oh, well, you should have been on top of it. That's your problem. That's on you. You didn't think that we was looking? You didn't think that we was watching you, Aries? Oh, that's on you. That's another thing, too. Some of y'all need to start acting and realizing that you're being watched by the universe. Your guides, you're not alone, guys. You're not alone. And some of you guys are sitting here acting stuff, saying stuff, doing stuff because you think nobody's watching, when in reality, the universe is keeping count. It's keeping score. They always keeping score, especially when no one's looking, because that's who you really are when no one's looking. Those thoughts, that's who you really are when no one's looking. When you're thinking about that person that's walking by, that's who you really are when no one's looking. So, again, whatever Saturn is teaching you, I would highly recommend that you just address it, because Saturn will beat you to a pulp. Well, no, that's more Pluto. Saturn will start touching your stability, your finances. Que say yo. Saturn's all about structure. So your structure is going to fall apart if you don't take care of it. And Saturn is giving you a heads up like, hey, this is about to happen, so we need you to take care of it. And some of y'all are having a difficult time with that, or you are going to having a difficult time just because it's gonna be like you were wrong. Well, that means that I'm wrong. Why does it have to be that you're wrong, Aries? Why can't it just be that situation's time is up and it's time for you to move on? Why does it always have to be like, it's like you take everything so personal. Some of y'all take things too personal, and you gotta you're the fool. And that's the thing, you start taking things personal when you get into your ego. You're the fool. You're supposed to just be like, you know what, whatever, who cares? Whatever. You're the fool in the tarot for a reason, because we're supposed to just whatever. But if you don't think about it too much, okay? But you know, I feel like a lot of you guys will be able to get into soup, because Aries, you're not lazy, you're not whatever. But like I said, the negative side to you is when you start feeling attacked, or you start feeling like it's personal. It's like it's not personal. You know that you needed to change this. You know that this needed to go before, like, you know, just do it. Just do it, okay? Neptune is in Aries. Now, Neptune has been in Aries for a while, but it's going to go in retrograde July 4th. Like, July is going to be popping for you, Aries. I'm just... yes, Neptune is in Aries. So, your intuition is on point right now. Pisces. You could be thinking about it, Pisces. Neptune is Pisces. That's Pisces' house. Some of you guys could be connecting with a Pisces, or there's a, you know, Pisces that you're dealing with. You have Pisces in your chart, whatever, okay? So I feel like your intuition is on point right now, okay? And your intuition is telling you a lot of things, Aries, that maybe you know, you didn't believe, or that you were like, hey, no way. Or maybe you told yourself, no, that's not something that I'm gonna do. You know, maybe like 3 years ago, you were like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's something I'm not gonna do. And then now your intuition is like, hey, Aries, you should try this. You should do this. Why don't you go this route? And some of you guys are like, no, I said 3 years I wasn't gonna do it, so I'm not gonna do it. Like, stop that. Stop that. Like, some of y'all really holding on to grudges and stuff. I mean, I don't know your other charts, what you have in your other placements, but some of y'all, that's why Saturn is here. So that's why Saturn is here, because some of you guys, it's like, bro, are you serious? Are you really, like, come on. You're the fool. Get over it. Move on. And if your intuition is bringing something back that you were like, oh, wait, I never, do it anyways. Who cares? Try it. You won't know until you freaking try it, bruh. You know? Like, just, I don't know. But I will say, Aries, that it feels like you've been watered down. But I know why you've been watered down. We're going to get to that. But anyways, so Neptune is going to retrograde. Coñazo. Like, bro, like, can this calm down? That's crazy. Anyways, so then it's going to retrograde. Neptune is going to retrograde on July 4th. Okay, still in Aries. So it's kind of like, I feel like what's going to happen is whatever you've been ignoring, your intuition that has been telling you, it's going to be full force. Like, you won't be able to ignore it. You know, like it's kind of like, bro, it's very important that you guys listen to your intuition, because some of you guys might become delulu if you don't listen to your intuition. Because the negative side of Pisces is delusional energy. So if you don't listen to your intuition, if you listen, this is not the time for you to fight back. This is not the time for you to show your strength. At ease, soldier. Sit down, my love. It's okay. This is the time for you to sit your ass down and observe and listen. There is a some of you guys, bro. Some of you guys, there's a possibility you guys might turn into delusional energy or la energy because you're refusing to do the right thing, or you're refusing to listen to your intuition, and your intuition could be telling you to do the right thing and you don't want to. That's not good, Aries. That's why all this is happening. Some of you, like, I didn't even know what's going on, Aries. Now, obviously, this is some of y'all. The severity is not that, you know, for some of y'all, it's going to be drastic. That's why I'm like, yo, that's why I was guided to have like a whole segment on this situation, because some of y'all, you're about to get spanked, bruh. And I'm legit, like, just, you look, as a fellow Aries, I'm looking out for you, bruh. You're about to get spanked, and this is not where you fight bad. This is not where you show your strength. No, this is where you at ease, soldier. Yes, sir. Saturn comes in, fix that. Yes, sir. Oh, why is that like that? Okay, I'm gonna fix it. Stop. Don't ask questions. Don't argue. Don't defend yourself. Just freaking do it. Because some of y'all are on some whatevers. Okay, others of you. Oh, this is dripping. Hold on. Sorry about that. Others of you, you know, others of you, it's not going to be that bad. Others of you, it's not going to be that bad. You know, others of you, like I said, you've been doing the work, whatever. So, you know, you're going to be like, okay, cool. I'm just going to do that. 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 But just a reminder, don't hesitate. You're going to have a hard time if you do that, Aries, okay? At ease, soldier. This is why Saturn is coming in. Like, have you learned patience? I've always been telling you guys this. Practice patience. Practice patience. Put yourself in situations where you have to force yourself to be patient if you don't know how to start. But, you know, patience is not the easiest thing for you, Aries. Okay, that's the first thing that I had to teach myself, because that was the hardest thing for me. I could not stay still for 1 second. No. And now I value patience. I value peace. I value the quiet. I value my alone time. I mean, Aries always does. But anyways, now I had to learn I had to force myself to be patient through meditation. But you have to learn that patience is a key for you, Aries, for growth and expansion. And Saturn is about to just come and show you that. And it in retrograde is ay Dios mío. It's spicy. It's spicy. Okay. And, you know, Neptune and Aries, yes, it's going to go retrograde. So just make sure that you're listening, because your intuition is going to get freaking vamped up if you're not following suit, okay? Now, the last thing is Chiron is in Aries. Now, Chiron has been in Aries, okay? But it is going to go in retrograde on July 30th. So, the reason why you've been watered down, Aries, is because you have been healing your inner child wounds, okay? Chiron is a wounded healer. So I feel like you've been going through situations that were meant to heal the wounded side of you, whether that's your inner child, your past, your present, whatever. So, you know, it could feel like energetically like you're kind of going back in time, or like you're experiencing pain or disappointment that you did in the past. So it's like it's taking, or it has taken a like a toll, kind of, but not really. It's not really a toll. It's more like, you know, it's like you're like energetically going through that again, you know. Obviously the situation looks different, it smells different, it is different. It's not the same thing that you once experienced, but it is basically the same. And you know, this is happening to make you to see how, again, Saturn is also coming in. Like, how are you handling this situation this time? Are you handling the same way that you did in the past, or are you going to handle it in a different way? And if you're handling it in the same way that you're doing in the past, you're not learning anything, and you're creating more pain for yourself. So this next 2 years might be a little painful for you, because you've just been hurting yourself more by handling that situation, that hurtful situation. Could be more than one thing, in the same way that you did in the past, which shows that there's no growth happening, which means that you're not learning anything, Aries, if you're doing the same thing over and over again. If you're handling the same situations, different energies in the same way. You got to attack it different. You're different now. You're not the same that you were, so you're supposed to be maturing. You're supposed to be growing. You're supposed to be implementing new ways of being, new ways of doing things. others of you who have been seeing that, like, wow, yeah, I remember that was crazy, and then you're digging it, and you're doing the work, and you're meditating, and you are working on yourself, and you're peeping the things, and you're going within. Okay, what is this trying to tell me? Ba 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 ba. And you're seeing that, you're like, oh, this is exactly what I experienced. I know how I'm gonna handle it this time. Yada yada yada. You know, those of you that have been doing it, that have been, it's still. I'm not saying that it's not difficult. It is, but if you do the work, it's a lot smoother, right? In whichever way it is, whichever way you've been dealing with that Chiron there, that's about to go retrograde. Okay, so if you haven't been doing the work, like I said, a lot of you guys are about to feel that pain. A lot of you guys are about to feel that that pain that you caused yourself by not treating this in a different way this time around. Okay. I feel like others of you that have been doing the work or whatever with retrograde, it's like you're about to get some type of like, you know how like when you like you ring a bell and you don't have cancer anymore, something like that. It's like the universe is gonna give you like a certificate or like a reward or, you know, like a badge or like a position, like, you know, quotation marks speaking, something that is going to indicate like, hey, stamp, you know, obviously something physical, material that you could touch with your hands. But I feel like it's something that the universe is going to provide to you or bring into your life to kind of show you like this is like your reward. But not really. I feel like it's more like a stamp or it's not a reward. Saturn is the one that gives rewards. I feel like Chiron is more like a certificate or you know, something like that. But that's going to be in retrograde, so that is not cool. Especially if you haven't been doing the work, bro. Especially if you've been ignoring your feelings and thinking that you're right and everybody's wrong. If you have not been doing no self-reflection. And like I said, you've been out here treating people like dirt. It's just not going to be a good time for you. And this is why it's very important for us to do the work, because that shit always comes up and sneaks a quick, you know, a left hook or whatever. And, you know, I just wanted to say that, Aries, I am going to timestamp this. But there's just a lot going on, no matter what. And obviously, it depends on the placement that you have Aries. It also depends on a lot. Like, you could have Aries as a sun sign and Aries in another placement, and it not affect your sun sign because you worked on your ego, right? But you still need to work on, I don't know, maybe we have Venus in Aries. You still need to work on your love. You still need to work on whatever. So, you know, it all depends on where Aries is in your chart. I mean, you know, if you guys watch my readings, all of my readings, I try to channel Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Okay, North Node as well. So always watch those when you watch me. But I also want to tell you that, you know, if you know your chart, it also depends on, you know, like, look at where you have Aries there, and you'll be able to see more better where Saturn is trying to really attack than, you know, than other thing. I have Aries in the, I forgot what house it is, but I have Aries in the health and body house. So I am being guided to add more stuff to my fitness stuff that I do. I work out on the regular. So Saturn is really showing me like, hey, you need to like do this like this, you need to do it like that, and whatever. And it's, you know, and I'm doing it, you know. It has to do with like my health and stuff like that. So more like my fitness and stuff, like how I take care of my body. So that could be something for you too, you know. It's like, okay, yeah, you know, like my ego is good, you know, or maybe you have Aries as a moon, like my moon's, like my emotions are balanced, like I treat everybody the way I want to be treated, whatever. And it's like, maybe you got to work on your ego, maybe you know, maybe you have to work on your leadership skills if it's a sun sign or something like that. Okay, it just depends, is what I want to say. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin. Oh, I didn't pull the other one. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna pull two. I already said that. to your intuition, Aries, okay? I feel like there's no hope for a situation. All right? Even if you want it to be hope, there's just isn't any, okay? That's just what it is. I talked a lot, bro. Hold on. Okay, the first card you have is Inner Knowing, okay? So I feel like your intuition is telling you something here. You have Beyond the Ordinary, number 45. Wow, okay? Either this is you or someone else. I feel like something here is beyond the ordinary here. Something is so amazingly, fantastically great. It's like something is like, your intuition is telling you like something is the real deal, and it's like you're just like, wait, what? Like this is beyond the best. This is like top notch. Like, and your intuition is like, yeah, like that's yours or something like that, or this could be you. Hold on, let's put some tarot. This could go in so many different directions. What is inner knowing and beyond the ordinary? You have the Six of Cups, the Two of Swords in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sag if it's a person. You have the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician in reverse, the Moon in reverse. Could be a Cancer. If this is reversed, reverse it, okay? But you're the one in reverse, so this is how I gotta take it. I feel like you're having to release control in order for you to see this in this way. I feel like you've decided to release control, and now you're seeing something, like, oh my gosh, something is like beyond the ordinary. Something is just, it's just out of this world. But I feel like there's a part of you that maybe judged this or something like that. Because with the Queen of Wands in reverse, now you're mad because I feel like you're mad that now you have to go do something. Now it's like you're mad that you didn't see this before or something like that. Because you know when Aries gets upset, Aries goes internal, like, why didn't I see it? Blah, 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 blah. You know, stop doing that. You have the Moon in reverse, the Magician in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. I feel like you could be realizing that you have this tendency to kind of manipulate your own. You have this tendency to manipulate things that are beyond the ordinary. If something does not look the part, if something does not look like what everything else looks like, if something, you know, it's kind of like you have conditioned yourself in some way, subconsciously with the Moon here, to only go towards things that look a certain way, that smell a certain way, that whatever. And if it's not that, then it's not for you. But you're realizing that's not helping you at all, because it's like, no, those are my people. That is where I'm supposed to go. Okay, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, and it's like you can't. I feel like some of you guys have this thing where it's like you're interested in beyond the ordinary, but like you don't want to do it because like everybody's gonna look at you like, oh, like really, Aries? That's what you're into, beyond the ordinary? Yeah, I am, and y'all just over there. What y'all doing? Painting? Oh, I'm over here creating paint with my breath. You want to see it? Oh, but you can't because you're not on this side. Because you're not on the beyond ordinary side. Aries, some of y'all need to understand, like, if you're going to be a leader, you got to be a leader in all aspects. You cannot be a choosy leader. You cannot choose when to step up and when to not. Y'all know me. Y'all follow me. You guys know how blunter than a mother effer I am, right? Yeah. And that is because that's what I strive to be. And in real life, I'm that blunt too. Don't come to me asking me stuff if you don't want the truth. I'm very nice and loving. If you know me in real life, you know I'm really nice. But I'm the same way though. Like I'm not gonna, I don't sugarcoat for nothing. So you don't think it's hard? Like that's hard, bruh. Because I know a lot, especially when I get those tough messages that people don't want to hear. But my intuition is like, this is why you wanted to do this, right? You wanted to prove that truth and integrity always wins. You wanted to make that an example. So you became that. I literally am a walking in truth confirmation. I am that. So that's why I speak that. That's why I channel that. And some of the stuff that I get, Aries, is crazy and wild. And y'all know. And I say it absolutely because I trust my intuition. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I'm about to say this. I'm about to say this. I'm about to test, and I have to like grab onto something, metamorphically speaking. Like, okay, I got to brace myself for this, but I'm still gonna do it. It's not gonna stop me just because it's beyond the ordinary. Just because everybody else, well, not everybody, but most people freaking sugarcoat everything. Oh, I don't want to make it sound like, they're, I don't want to make it sound like, they're like, stabbing you in the back, but they're not being nice. No, they're stabbing you in the back. And they did it 10 times. That's me. I'm not going to sugarcoat, because some people, y'all don't understand. The messages I get is sometimes it's drastic. And some people are literally getting betrayed and backstabbed a lot harsher than others. And some people need that wake-up call, that shake-up. Hey, they're freaking killing you. Get out of there. And others don't. But I'm not going to water myself down, because that person that really does need it needs that wake-up call. And anyways, and that goes to you too, Aries. It's kind of like you have to understand that you need to be a leader and not be choosy. And stand on that firmness, because people need to hear that. People need to see that. And you're not a good leader if you're choosy. A good leader stands by the truth no matter what. No matter what. You gotta stop canoodling people. Let's clarify some things. This could be reversed if it's not true. Somebody could be doing this to you. Okay, somebody could have misjudged you, and it could be manipulating the situation, and they're realizing that you're just beyond the ordinary. You're just different. There's nothing wrong with that. What's the Queen of Wands in reverse? The Two of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. This could be about love. The Eight of Wands in reverse. This could be about a Pisces. I feel like your intuition is telling you to put work into a love situation here, and you're mad about that because you got to put work into it. Eight of Wands, you cause delays. Get over it, bruh. What's the Two of Swords in reverse? Page of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, and the Justice card in reverse. But I feel like you have your friends, your family, or a Libra here who is trying to delay this on purpose, who is doing you wrong on purpose to make you stop you from going towards this. And this Libra or your friends and your family are like, yeah, you're gonna go towards that love. Yeah, you're gonna put work into that. That's really that. Wow. And what are you gonna do? You're not gonna put work into that because they're telling you to? That's crazy, because they're about to do you wrong. That's crazy. Yeah, keep going by what's comfortable, Aries. You're gonna get done wrong every single time. Start following your intuition, bruh. You're a freaking leader. You're not a freaking follower. What's the Emperor in reverse? Who cares if they're gonna be mad? If they get mad, Aries, guess what? They're not your friend. And guess what? Blood does not make you family. And that's something that you have to realize. And you're being really hard-headed, realizing that, okay, then, the universe, this is what the universe does. If you don't listen, we're going to force you. I'm going to make this person do you wrong. This person's about to do you wrong so you can realize that they don't have good intentions for you. And whatever excuses you're making for them, you got to stop that. Because it's stopping your growth. You have the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're going to have to release control in order for you to get your wish. Period. We have to make compromises and sacrifices in our life, Aries, to get what we want. You're delusional. If you think that you can go towards something with this Emperor in reverse. All up in your ego, thinking that you know everything and you got it all down pat because you know the whole world, because you know your whole story, because you know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't. A lot of you guys are delusional. Seven of Cups. If it doesn't resonate, watch your other placements. What is the Six of Cups? Or like I said, if it's reverse, reverse it. You have the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. There's so much love here in a situation and you're not nurturing it. I don't know what the frick is going on with y'all. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you gotta let go of a grudge. Since once you hold grudges, I don't know what the freak is going on with y'all. Y'all need to wake the freak up. And I'm so happy that Saturn is coming in at the time that it's coming in, because it needs to address this issue. A lot of you guys are picking and choosing who to lead and who not to lead. Like, that's not a good leader. And then you're stepping on the important people to what? To please the people that are going to do you wrong in the future? Like, or that currently right now don't have good intentions for you, or that have done you wrong before? Like, what are you not seeing? You have turn away as the next card in reverse. So you're not turning away from something. You have Divine Matrix number 44. okay? This is fate. This is destiny. I don't understand. Fate and destiny is showing up and you're turning away, or... Let's see. This could be somebody else. What's turn away in reverse and divine matrix? You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Aries, because Three of Swords. I mean, I don't know why you're doing this to yourself. This could be somebody else, but doesn't have to be though. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, this is you. Like I said, reverse it if you need to. Watch other places, because this, I'm not understanding what is going on with you, Aries, right now. I feel like your friends, your family, someone who is around you is with the Seven of Cups is confusing the F out of you, making you forget who the freak you are, making you forget who your beliefs are. Someone is like, or something is like trying to tell you that you're this when you're not freaking that. Ugh. So you are deciding not to turn away from something. The universe is opening a portal to you. This is your exit, and you're turning away from it. You're deciding to not turn away from something, which means you're turning away from this. Do you understand me? So you have the Tower. So now the universe is about to force you out. Okay, we made it easy for you. We opened the door. You said, no, I'm going to stay right here. Okay, well, now we're going to force your ass out. Because you don't understand what's trying to happen for you in the future, Aries. Because you think that you know everything. And that's the problem. A lot of you guys are too much in your ego. Get out of your ego. You're not always right. And if you live your life thinking that you're always right, you're going to be proven wrong every time, bruh. Humble yourself. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's going to happen out of nowhere. An unexpected shift is going to happen out of nowhere. And you're going to be, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Eight of Swords in reverse. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. Go into this damn portal. Go into this damn door that the universe has opened for you. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse. That might require you to go back to something. Whatever. Do it. Okay? Some of you guys need to, like, some of you guys are, like, really, like grinding your gears and your ego, like, no, I was right. I should have, get over that. It's going to be successful for you. The universe is doing this for you, not to you. The Three of Swords are Hierophant and the Devil. It's kind of like you had to learn a lesson here. You were attached to something toxic or someone toxic that was hurting you, and you were hurting yourself the more you stayed here. And it's like the universe is like, yo, what are you not getting? Like, we're opening this portal. Get in this damn, go through the portal. Detach yourself from the toxic mother effer. Do it. Could be a Capricorn, a Taurus. If this is a person, the judgment is here. And the universe is like, leave it up to us. Don't worry. We saw everything. We still see everything. We gonna take care of it. They are under judgment. But this is not, some of you guys could have Libra in your chart and you're trying to, like, be the justice. Stop. That's not your place. That's not your place. The universe is opening a portal to get you the freak out of this toxic ass situation. And karma is going to be dealt. Don't worry. Karma is going to be dealt. But you need to do it. Four of Swords in reverse, the Fool in reverse. Yeah, you're just like, no, I'm not doing it. No. Because you're trying to prove a point. Stop trying to prove a point. It's not about that. Ugh, the devil is here. You have no choice. Go in a different direction. Like, Aries, sometimes you have to understand, sometimes you can't fight. Sometimes it's not about fighting. Sometimes it's about at ease, soldier. Like I was saying before. And y'all need to learn that. What is the Tower? The Three of Pentacles. You're going to have help during this unexpected shift. Don't worry. What's the Two of Pentacles in reverse? The Ace of Swords in reverse. Stop lying to yourself. What's the Eight of Cups in reverse? The Justice card is in reverse. That's the second time I saw a Justice card in reverse. If you guys are not removing yourself from something toxic, you're going to be forced out. What's the Eight of Swords in reverse? Could be a Libra, Nine of Swords in reverse. Exactly. And it's like, it's crazy because the portal that the universe opened to you, you knew it was safe. Like, you make no sense, Aries. I don't know. I don't know. It's like y'all love that toxic. That's what it is. Y'all love that. Y'all love that, and that's why Saturn needs to come into your house and clean your whole spirit up. For some of y'all, the last card you have, feelings in reverse. So you're emotionally closing yourself off. This could be to a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You have smoke and mirrors, number 42. No, you're not. You're making it seem like you are. So now you're playing games too, Aries. Wow. Or this is somebody else if it's not you. What is smoke and mirrors and feelings in reverse? Aries, Aries, Aries. I always love you though, forever, okay? No matter what. You have the Six of Wands, the King of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. With the Page of Swords in reverse. This isn't you. This is somebody who's spying on you here, who's stalking you. This person wants to come in peace here, the Hermit. I feel like they have held themselves accountable for something. Could be a Virgo. Could be a family member or a friend. I feel like you have emotionally closed yourself off to this person. And I feel like it's because they like to confuse you. They're not straightforward. They're not real. And Aries does not like somebody that's like, is that a mirror or not? I can't see my reflection. Like, and Aries likes it to be, this is that and that is that. And if it's not that, then it ain't for me. And someone here is like, oh, whatever. It's like, no. Okay, I feel like with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I feel like, you know, you're, like, this has been delayed or something. Like, I feel like you're purposely causing delays. You're like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Okay. What is the King of Cups in reverse? You have the Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person is an embarrassment or something. The devil, they're toxic. That's why. You're like, yo, you're toxic. You're an embarrassment to me and society. Why would I be open to you? Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're going to reject this person, or you already did. What's the Three of Cups? The Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this person is going to come towards you like on some, hey, let's go on a trip. Hey, let's do that or whatever. But it's they're being really sneaky, okay? I feel like this person does not feel bad for whatever they're doing. They're being lying. They're deceitful. This person's put you in situations where, like, you have to, like this is just a... Oh, this person is ridiculous. This person puts you in situations where, like, you have to, like, defend yourself, but it's like how you're supposed to defend yourself. They got you chained up. It's like this is an insecure. Yeah, and the thing is that, Aries, you know that you're just like, you're so insecure. Oh my gosh, do you want to take a picture? And the thing is that, Aries, the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, you're just gonna be like, I'm just gonna mind my own business. Like, I'm just gonna mind my own business. This is somebody who's, like, just insecure, and they have to use, like, control tactics. Like, if anything, this is just sad. I don't even feel like you're scared of the devil, because I feel like whatever the freak you dealt with over here, it's like you're just like, hello, friend. What's that song? I don't know. I don't know what song is coming to my head. I never heard that song before. I don't know what that song is, but like, it's kind of like you're so experienced with the devil energy, with the toxic, like, you've dealt with people in your life like that. Like, it's like that shit don't scare you. It's like I don't know. I just feel like somebody wants you to be like, oh, I just don't feel like you are. Yeah, I feel like you're just like, fight me? How about you do that? Like, how about you do that? No, you can't do that. All you can do is put chains on me. Yeah, because you a wussy. You won't fight me, though. No, you won't do that, though. You won't step it up, though. But you will throw rocks behind a closed door. Freaking stupid. I feel like a lot of you guys are accustomed to that energy, that toxic energy, and you know exactly how to play around with it. You're just like, I'm gonna play around with it. Like, you're not nothing special. You're not scary, bro. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? The Star in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you are causing, but the thing is that, Aries, how are you still open to this? Explícame esa vaina. How are you like, yeah, you know, I'm causing delays, but yet you're open to it? You're going nowhere fast. It's like you get somewhere and then you go 5 steps back. What are they doing? What is the Knight of Wands in reverse? What are they doing that is tickling you, that's making you be like, oh yeah, just come in and smell it. What is this? Grow. What? Are they showing you, oh hey, look, I'm going to the gym now. Hey, look, I'm eating better. Hey, look, I'm dressing better. Is that all it takes, Aries? Explícame. Is that all it takes? Yeah, y'all got my Spanish coming out today because y'all wilding for respect. What is this? The 6 of Wands here. Justice card in reverse, the World in reverse, the Tower. Like, you have the Tower here twice. Justice card in reverse twice. I think that's the 3rd time, maybe. Es que va a ser a la buena o a la mala, Aries. You gonna learn the hard way, or the easy way? Which way you want it? Clearly, you wanted the hard way. The Tower twice? Well, clearly, you want the smoke, Aries. Explica. What do you want me to? The cards are talking. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate, read your other placements. Justice card in reverse, the World in reverse, the Tower. I have no words, Aries. I have no words for you. I have no words. So there's gonna be an unexpected shift. Unexpected blow up. Yeah, someone's gonna do you wrong. Just card in reverse because you still kept something open when you should have closed it. Okay. Period. And if it's reversed and someone's doing this to you, right? Like I said, if it's the other way around, this is not okay. And I'm telling you right now, this smells like your ego. I'm telling you right now. You don't want to be wrong so freaking bad. And it's not about being wrong. It's about the time be up. Things expire, bruh. Nothing is forever. You add more than anybody know that. And you always, and the negative side of you, Aries, is that you always trying to prove a point. But that shit is detrimental to you if you don't get the freak out of your ego, bruh. That shit will ruin you. You understand me? Because you're not always right. And that's why it will ruin you. Wow, bro. You and Tar got some crazy ass energy. Let's get some advice. Listen to your freaking intuition, bruh. What's beyond the ordinary and inner knowing? Defend. Scorpio energy. Yeah, you have to. It's like you pick and choose who you're gonna defend, but yet you defending the wrong people. That's why you can't be picky and choosy. That's why. If you're gonna be a good leader, hey, everybody who is the truth, I'm going to defend. I'm going to defend the truth. Start saying that. And anybody who is not the truth, stays over there, Aries. I don't care if it's your barber. I don't care if it's your nail tech. I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, your uncle, or your mom. You understand? But if you're still defending them and they're a whole ass lie, then guess what? Who are you? You're a whole ass lie. Then who really are you? You're not really defending what you believe in if you're so quickly to defend people who are doing exactly what you don't want. Just because they're this and this and that in your life. Like I've been telling you guys from the beginning, start treating people like the souls that they are in your life. The universe sees the fakeness that you're doing. Oh, you're not going to go with that person because they're true and honest and whatever, but you're going to go with these people who are fake and whatever just because they're your family, just because they're your coworker, just because they're going to take it. There is no excuse for anything, Aries. You are in charge of your own life. Start defending those that make you feel good, bruh. What is Divine Matrix and turn away in reverse? You have wisdom. Like, the thing is that, Aries, a lot of y'all know everything I'm saying. You know this whole reading. This 49 minutes of me talking, y'all were just probably sitting there eating popcorn and loving my theatrics. Wisdom card, really? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your intuition is on point. You have the sight. Intention in reverse. You just got an ego problem that you need to check. Your intentions are not good towards others because you pick and choose. You got to be real. That's why a lot of people don't like me because I'm real with everybody. Yeah. And guess what? I love you today. If the energy is great, it's great. And if the energy is bad tomorrow, I'm still gonna love you, but I'm gonna let you know the energy is bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna whatever. Some of y'all need to do that to everybody in your life, even your family and your friends. It's not only your co-workers, the people at school, the people that you see in the grocery store. Some of you guys is close. It's close. You're not noticing that. It's like you're being like, oh yeah, you're like, yeah, I'll treat everybody like this except these people. These people, they're liars, manipulators, cheaters, slicers. It's okay, it doesn't matter because they're gonna be everybody else though, you can't do that. You can't do that. Especially the people that you're over here holding here are freaking are literally lying to you, backstabbing you, talking behind your back. That's the people that you're protecting. Remember that. What is feelings in reverse and smoke and mirrors? Because some of y'all really, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? I remember somebody asked me that. Because, Tartars right now, don't like me right now. I don't care. They're going through it right now, and it's okay. And I will be there when they get over this little thing that they got, right? But I remember somebody was like, oh, damn, whose side are you on? I thought we were your faves. I'm on the side of the truth. And the truth is, y'all bugging right now. So that's the energy you're going to get. I'm not going to sit here and, yeah, you're my favorite. Yeah, I know you're doing horrible, but you're still my favorite. No, you're doing horrible. Get your together. That's who I am. Real 100%, and I don't care. And some of you guys need to step into that energy as well. What is smoke and mirrors and feelings in reverse? You have grow. Yeah, grow up. The universe is trying to get you to grow. It's trying to get you to expand, Aries. But they're not going to help you grow and expand the way that you want. This was a tough-ass reading. But I know that you, out of everybody, could take it and you will understand. Because you with the wisdom card, you know exactly what you're doing. I feel like you're testing the universe. You have courage. Yeah. You know exactly what you're doing. You're testing the universe. That's what you're doing. And I understand this because 7 years ago, I did this too. I was testing the universe. I was like, when I first got into my spirituality, I wanted to see. Like, if this is really what it is and whatever. And I was testing it too. But some of y'all, like, y'all damn. You're going to wait till the justice card in reverse? I did not wait for the tower. I felt the tower. I was like, okay. I ain't going to wait for that shit to fall. Some of y'all are, like, waiting for you're like, yes, do, bring the tower. Bring the justice. I highly don't recommend that. I highly recommend that you take charge of your own life and do what you gotta do and stop playing around. Because a lot of you guys are dragging it now. And the universe sees it. Like, it's okay for you to question and it'll be like, okay, I wonder if this really happening. But if you start dragging it, the universe sees that. The universe sees your intentions. A lot of you guys have intention in reverse. Like I said, the universe is listening to your thoughts. They're watching what you're saying, what you're doing, what you say and what you do in those thoughts. What's the intention behind those thoughts? A lot of you guys need to stop acting like you out here alone. Like I said, you're not. You're being watched 24/7 by your angels and your guides. So start acting like it, please. All that I have for you, I hope this helped. Have a good day or a good night whenever you watch this. And stay positive. I love ya.